Hello, everybody. July 9th, 2016. Here we go again. Another two black males gunned down by the police, Sterling and Philando. One from Louisiana, one from Minnesota. Um, Gunned down. Both got carrying a gun legally, not illegally, legally, and being killed by officers. A question that comes to mind, like, when will it end? Well, I mean, why other people don't get killed the same way? Why it's got to be black males? Why we can't carry a gun legally and be respected? Why we got to be disrespected? Or why these two brothers couldn't live their lives and raise their kids and just be pulled over and given a ticket and let go? Why it had to escalate to a murder? Never going home to their families, but the cops get to go home to their families. And if you're scared, then you shouldn't be on the police force. But 1.47 per million whites, police shootings by race, 31.17 per million blacks, shooting by race. 31% versus 1%. Most likely to get shot by police officer. 31% blacks. That's sad. Can't even trust a police officer. We pay taxpayer money just to be roughed up, come in our neighborhood, give us a bunch of tickets, and then shoot us up if we don't comply and listen to the police officer. Wow. I didn't know America worked like that. This police officer here down in South Carolina shot the black male in the back, pulling him over for tail light or hanging license plate, something like that. Shot the guy as the guy was running away, shot him in the back. Then appeared to be like he was gonna fix up the crime scene to make himself look like he did the right thing, like it was justifiable. And he's in jail. But this officer made a statement um, that said he wouldn't have bothered the guy if he wasn't told to write 3 tickets a day. Think about that. These officers being told to write 3 tickets a day just to build up revenue in that city or that state. And so he was only messing with this guy because he told to write 3 tickets a day. This guy was one of his tickets that day. And now this guy is not living because that city or state wanted to capitalize on making money off of writing tickets, having officers write tickets. Wow. That's what we become in the hood. We become a source of income. Just like slavery days. When we was brought to America, Africans was brought to America for money reasons. You got 100 Africans working in the field, you can produce a lot of vegetables and whatever to sell. Now, let's go in the community, write them a bunch of tickets after they pay taxes, after they pay child support, after they pay rent to slumlords. Let's go write them tickets and lock them up. And this is how we'll keep the extra money in the system. People, y'all got to get out and learn how this stuff works. Y'all be surprised if y'all looked on YouTube and learned about history, how America works. A lot of people don't know how America works. They're out there mad and they're saying things, but they don't know how America works. 3 or 4 police officers on one dude, that's kind of too much manpower versus one dude. It only takes about 2 to hold him down. 3 maybe, somebody on the legs, somebody on the arms, and maybe somebody in the middle back. But sometimes they just overdo it. They're so quick to want to hurt somebody black. Just overdo it. And I don't quite understand. All that manpower on one body, you can hurt somebody. Just like Freddie Gray in Baltimore. Broken spine. all that manpower on one person. And this bicycle shootout in Waco, Texas, these guys were complaining that the police officers was there when they pulled up to the restaurant, and basically that the police officers let this stuff go down. And then when there was an argument and somebody shot in the air, the police officers was watching the whole thing, and when they heard the shots, they just started sniping people that was outside of the restaurant. Probably the people that was pulling guns, but they just started sniping them. So the bicycle groups felt like more like victims than outlaws or than criminals. As the police watched the whole thing, and then they just started shooting. And probably to the police defense, they just waited until some kind of violence or something went down, and then they started shooting. But either way, a lot of people don't feel like the police tactics work. Black males getting shot by police officers is kind of reminiscent to the days of being whipped by the police officer. In the slavery days, just find a new way to whip you these days. And I don't know why it's so acceptable or so normal to do this to black people when everybody else ain't getting treated like this. We have to learn history and learn about police and the police system, how it works. We got to learn to also get out and vote for local stuff, like in your city. You know, when you see somebody running for the judge position or somebody running for the city council, you have to vote for the people. Vote for the people that think like you, the people that'll do something for black people. Stop sitting at home and saying that they're gonna do what they're gonna do. They really gonna do it if you don't go out and vote. Look at this man on the ground. If you go out and vote for the right people, this wouldn't happen to black people as much. Do officers lie? Of course they lie. Got to remember, officers are human like everybody else. Some of them good at their job in a good way. Some of them good at their job in a bad way. Some of them want to help. Some of them want to help in a negative way. They want to help, but they don't care who they kill to help. Giving somebody a badge to be a police shouldn't be about killing to help. And just as well, people shouldn't kill officers either. I don't think that's the right way to go. That's just going to get a lot of more blacks hurt. But do officers lie? Of course they lie. They lie in court all the time. And the sad thing is they don't get in trouble for it. We get in trouble, obstruction tickets for lying, but officers, they don't get held to that standard. So the people that we put in office, they have to be the people that think like blacks think. Or will pass some laws for some blacks, for black people to have equality. It can't be nobody that thinks that things are okay the way they are, because obviously there's something wrong. You even got white people marching and protesting with black people. That's not going to happen unless there's something wrong that everybody can see. And it should be a black thing. But, you know, it's good when everybody come out, every race, and say, hey, hold up. Y'all can't be doing this. Y'all going to have to stop. Because if they truly serve the people, they'll stop. The other day, Obama made a speech about these police shootings, and they seemed kind of bothered, like as if he wanted to say that maybe he was going to pass a law to stop this stuff, but it seemed like he couldn't say what he wanted to say. And then as I learned about history, a lot of stuff ain't gonna be said during election season. No ways. It's gonna be politicians be real careful about what they say and do. So I look for him to do something before he get out of office. Maybe after the November election, when we figure out who the president gonna be. But I look for him to do it. I don't see him leaving office without making a big splash, a big bang. Maybe helping decrease student loan debt and probably passing some laws for some blacks on this police brutality stuff. So I look for it to happen. I'm waiting for that. I think he'll pull it off. In Dallas the other day, maybe July 7th, 2016, 11 officers get shot. 5 of them died. Someone from the crowd out of nowhere attacked a police officer standing by. I don't even know if this guy was in the crowd. I don't want to say he was in the crowd, but he just ran up on the police officers and was just, what did he run up on them? No, he didn't run up on them, but he was sniping them from a distance. And he was able to shoot 11 of them. The guy happened to be a black male. Not this black male. This black male right here was walking in the march with a concealed weapon, or carrying a weapon on his hip, but he has a concealed carry license, so he should have been legally fine. But they put him on the news as a suspect person of interest, took him to the interrogation room, interrogated him like he was the suspect, treated him like he was lying, and then released him, freed him on charges, because he wasn't the guy. And but they didn't go on TV to say, hey, this guy wasn't the guy, we was mistaken. Like police do all the time. Just do stuff to us and never go and clean it up. Just do it and get away with it. And once again, the system has to hold them to a standard to where if they lying on somebody or they doing something negative, they get in trouble too. Well, of course, officers are going to be corrupted if they never get in trouble for the corruption. And here in Dallas, police officers are all panicked and looking around trying to locate a suspect. Eventually, they locate the suspect, which I said is a black male, and cornered him off in the building. And he was saying that he wanted to kill white officers, in particular, for what's happening to black males getting killed by officers. And this is what happens when politicians don't fix the problem. I just want to recommend that thugs with guns that's thinking about shooting at police officers, that's not a good thing to do. It's not the way we need to handle the situation of police brutality against blacks. It may make you feel good what this guy did in Dallas, and then I think there was 2 more shootings in St. Louis and somewhere else. There were some shootings of police officers, and make blacks feel good, but this ain't the right way to do it. We got to get on that political level, and we can get it done, and it can stay done. But these officers got to get in trouble for what they do. Them not getting in trouble only add to the problem. I know everybody in the hood got a gun, and they probably thinking like, okay, they doing that to us, and they steady doing it, and they ain't passing no laws to stop it. So I guess we got to do what we got to do. Like I said, I recommend don't do it that way. It's another political way that we can do it. We can get it done. Maybe don't spend money at Walmart. Blacks don't spend money at Walmart for a month. Maybe learn about politics. Learn who you need to vote for and who you need not to vote for. Maybe blacks get together, donate money to campaigns, and see if they'll listen. If we donate $20,000 to somebody's campaign, see if they'll listen to something that we want. or we just simply get a black politician to run and maybe overthrow some of the politicians that's in the way that's not doing anything to help. These judges and these prosecutors, you have to wonder, like, who is these people? I often wonder, like, they look nice, got suits, they got degrees, but really, who is these people? They're sending people to prison, and the prison is 50% black. Who are these people? Are they a part of the solution, or are they part of the problem? I really don't understand, but I know that judge and prosecutors work with police officers, and that's kind of like a disadvantage for somebody who's on trial. Like I said, judges, prosecutors, they human. Police officers, they human. They make mistakes like anybody else. They can be corrupt just like anybody else. I don't get how we got so many basketball, football players, but we don't have a lot of black judges and prosecutors. As long as the court remain mainly white, with a white judge and white prosecutor, the prison gonna stay 50% black and might even raise to 60% black. So we got to try to get in on some of these areas. You can't talk about white people having controlling power when we don't even try to enter those fields. We try to enter basketball and football and rap. So we got to get smarter with that. And the people in Congress, too. These people hold some power to bring some bills to the table and maybe get these bills passed and stop some of this police brutality. But they don't even do that. They just meet on whatever they want to meet on. Whatever Paul Ryan, the House Speaker of Wisconsin, wants to bring to the table, he'll bring it to the table. And that's how it works. Some stuff don't get brought to the table. President Obama wants stuff to get passed, and they don't even bring it to the table. They go on a break or vacation for 2 weeks if he wants something done. And it's the President of the United States. I understand we got a dual government system where checks and balances, where the Congress check the President check the Congress. But this is a little ridiculous when they disrespect the President. These two guys right here, Koch brothers, making Coke products, Dixie cups, whatever else they make. They into oil too. Spend a lot of money on elections to get certain people elected so that they can pass laws favoring them. Some might think like, well, what that mean? I mean, if they want a pipeline, some pipes ran from Canada to America carrying oil, they'll just go out and donate money to Republican politicians who will listen to them and help them get that pipeline built and get it done. Ain't nobody can do nothing about it once politically it's been voted on or been okayed. Ain't nothing we can do about it. But these type of guys, they donate money to campaigns and get the Republicans in there so they can have their way. So maybe blacks got to do that too. Got to figure it out. Congrats. My shout outs go out to Game and Snoop Dogg for posting a rally, a march, peaceful, to let officers know we're not having it. This ain't gonna keep going on like this. Y'all need to stop beating black males. Y'all need to stop killing them. And it was peaceful, and that's good that they didn't just sit by and watch what was going on. They actually try to get involved and try to see if they can bring people together to stop what's going on, even though I don't believe it'll stop. I believe before the year over with, it'll be another case. Maybe 2 more cases. I hope in my heart I'll never see it again, but a lot of these police departments are mainly white. And I don't have nothing against white people, but I don't know how you can take a white person out the suburbs and bring them in the inner city to police people he never grew up around or don't even know how to react to the culture. And then all of a sudden we got a killing of a black that he never really cared for anyway. And then somebody might say that I'm discriminating or I'm racist with that type of statement, but like I said, I'm black, so I know it always was a difference when dealing with the white kids from the suburb that hadn't grew up around blacks. They all had their opinion about blacks or whatever their mom and daddy taught them. And I just don't know how you take somebody from the suburb and put them in the hood. Well, and as a result of all this, mothers crying and black people crying and don't know what to do. But black people, you need to be strong. Anybody else who feel for black people, you need to be strong. Change will come. This will stop somehow.